Hello, this is I don't know if we can call it redneck fix. All I did, I put a half sensible swing arm from an older CT70, as I had a spare part here. Color don't match, but at this time I don't really mind. Just want to drive the bike, and it's nice and snug in there with good bushings. And we'll put the wheel back on, and we'll go from there. So we'll see what happens. But I have good faith with a good swing arm. There we go. This is the change. I highly recommend to do. Put a Honda swing arm. This one is not painted. It's still under testing. But this is the way to go. If you notice, change the front sprocket. Put a 15 teeth. And I also put a better chain. I don't like Chinese chain for some reason. Especially from Baja or whatever. On the dirt bog. I notice it's going to be an issue soon, so what I like to use on my aftermarket bike, whatever, not stock bike, is to use that kind of chain, whatever, 16 bucks, whatever. And this one is the HG, whatever, the heavy duty one. Because they are designed, this is a 420, and a 420, you cannot go, they don't recommend to go higher than 80 cc, whatever, if you look at the cross reference, whatever. Now this type of chain has been working good on my 110, so it wasn't an issue. Now by changing the swing arm, I did all my measurement for the back hub and everything. It's exact same as a Honda one. But you have to change the spacers. And the weights machine, it's very, very close right here. I don't know if you guys see that. But the hub is almost touching, but there's enough room, enough clearance. You can see right here. I didn't put new ones. I bought new ones, but I used all one I had. Since it's geared like a tractor, by putting a 15 tooth sprocket, Kimpex, as we can see right here, just Kimpex sprocket, whatever, it worked quite good. If we look now at the other parts I have here, the original spacer, I also changed the intake. Now I'm going to make a test with that engine. I'm going to put a way bigger carburetor. I think I do want to install a 24 millimeters carburetor on it for a test. Now this intake, see, the problem is with this intake here is this hole right here is barely big enough. This one is way bigger, and it's an actual 19 millimeters. And actually it fit better on the bike. The air filters drop a tiny bit. By doing this, there's more clearance, whatever. Now the chain guard won't fit no more. You have a couple of choices. You can take that tab, make a new one, and weld it on. Or just leave it with no chain guard, whatever, but I highly recommend to have a chain guard. I'm going to come up with a solution. I'm not going to use the original chain guard personally. I have to make one of steel, since I'm going to have to paint the swing arm anyway. Beside that, what else I did find was an issue? Oh yeah, right here. I think it's kind of funny. I lift up the seat for a second. And this is always a fight. There we go. Right here. See the space? I'm going to have a look. Same thing on the other side. I don't know if the actual spacer are too long, or what's going on. Or anyway, I'm gonna have a look into this. Probably just a washer issue. Maybe the spacer's a little long. But now I did notice with the bike. Oh yeah, another modification I did too. Didn't do the best job here. Whatever, I had a hard time. But I took the third stage off. I do that on all of my exhausts like this. Whatever. My 110 have the exhaust modified like this, and all it is you have to drill out. It may look bad right now there, but it's not that bad. You drill out, and you pull this thing out. When you pull this thing out, this is your other piece of your stage. Then you have to cut it in half so it can fit in a hole to come out. It's a 3-hour job, but you know, I think it's well worth it. Actually, let's fire it up and see how well she sounds. Because she sounds a little different, whatever. And I think she's breathing quite a bit better. But it doesn't breathe as good as some of my other project here. Like the engine on the test bench, actually. Let's fire the up. trying not to rev it high too much. I may put a rev limiter on it. I did that on my 110 also. My 110 is set up at 8510, I think I put out. I think this one I'm just gonna bring it up to 8,000, if that high. Anyway, and this is my little tack, whatever. That's why it look kind of funny. And the tape job is just make sure I don't waste tape for nothing, like black tape. Anyway, well worth it to change the swing arm. Yeah, I think it was the best thing I ever did to that bike. And like I said, I don't want to. I could have ordered a new swing arm, whatever. Now somebody up in Quebec went to have a look at Can Tires in Alma to have a look for me, and they said that the swing arm was bad too. So anyway, no big deal. Well worth it, I think, to do those change and have a bike, pit bike basically. That's what I want to do with it. And I will put a 125 into her, or maybe even bigger eventually. And I'm going to do something with the front fenders and those tires. Well, still in the testing mode. Anyway, you guys enjoy, and we'll talk to you until next time.